So, let's see. Yes, everything's good. Sorry about the abnormally long starting soon screen. I was trying to see if there was a way I could pull up a list of who's watching on other platforms other than Twitch, because I know how to do it on Twitch, but I couldn't figure it out, so that's okay. I'm not that worried about it. Um, yeah, so tonight is Outer Worlds. We're not that far away from being done with it. I finished one of the DLCs last time I played this. Let's see here. Or at least, yeah, I did. Peril on Gorgon. That's the one. I finished it. It looks like I have one side quest for Peril of Gorgon to do, which I'll probably knock that out first. And then it's on to Murder on Eridanos. And then after we finish that, I am all the way at the very end of the vanilla game. So as soon as we finish that DLC, I'll be hopping onto the last mission to finish this game out, which will be good. Dante liked the stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. So yeah, it should be good. We'll get it done, of course. OMG says, I wonder how it's all going to end. Yes, I do as well. Dante shared the stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. It is good to see some of the regulars here. Fenrir and OMG and Cerule and of course Dante. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. Cerule says more of the Space Odyssey and wouldn't miss it. And Fenrir says back at it again. Oh yeah. Yes. We are back at it again. Damn it, Daniel. So, yes, should be good. So, without further ado, I think we will just hop into it. Get started. I'm actually starting relatively on time this evening, so that's always a plus. I'm trying to get better about that. OMG says get her done. Yes. 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 Alright, so this is the one we want to do. Did I leave? I think I did. Here. Yep. Just stick with the ones I got. Alright. First of all, can I fast travel? Heck yeah. Don't mind if I do. There we go. Dante says, Gorgon makes me think of Small Soldiers. Yes. Yes, that is a good reference. That was a good movie. very young when that came out. For sure. Oh, I think I need to move my webcam. Yes. Let me see where it's going to pop up. I think I want to be... Oh, no, not there. Fenrir says, still love that movie. Yes. It is a very good movie. Dang it, I didn't even move it. Okay. This needs to go up here. Here we go. Oh, better. I think. Should be anyway. Ah. Empty. Ugh, Adreno. I always hate that noise. Yeah, no. Come on, don't be like that. I guess there's a ramp right over here. Jesus. I have no ammo for this gun. Dang it. Well, I needed that, but I'm trying to remember. There we go. This one? Yeah.
Roscoe, it's Georgie. If you're hearing this, you must still be holed up at the Sprat Shack. And you're not gonna like this one bit. I was trying to steal our recordings when things went crazy. I know.
No, I should have left my camera where it was.
Like I said, sorry. And I'm gonna be in a heap of trouble if I don't get them, so if you want to save my bacon, you need to do it for me. I need the 3 interviews we did with Ambrose, this one here, plus another recording of my own. I left that last one with a guy who owed me a favor at the garbage processing office in the chemical waste ravine. I'll leave an automech near Stellar Freighting. It'll want all 5 recordings, plus a passphrase. Glacial Age. Oh, and don't listen to my log, all right? Just stay safe and keep your head down.
I gotta get out of here first. Okay. Frickin' hostiles. What do you mean? There's no hostiles here. I mean, there probably is. I can hear them. Maybe I can trick it. What? You talking about those guys? That's not even gonna work. I forgot this was a flamethrower. Alright. Come get some. Ow. Oh. Dang.
Sam units are not equipped to provide medical aid.
I hate these guys.
Time for a drink?
Not because they're difficult to kill, just they're annoying. They won't stand still. Don't you hate it when that happens? Come on. Give me the fast travel point. Thank you. Sour. So Rule says, mess them up. Thank you. I appreciate the vote of confidence. Wait, no. It's closer to this one. Yeah, let's go here first. OMG says, get me the hell out of here. Yes, I would love to leave this planet. That would be ideal. That would be ideal. What? Oh. I was about to say. What up, buddy?
Hey, there you are. Been wondering how you were doing. Did you manage to find those recordings?
It's Will Smith 30 years from now. Okay. Give him the phonographs and say I found them all.
Well, I'll be damned. Now I can finally get off this rock and go home. I know it's not much, but take the last of my bits. You've earned every single one, friend.
I'm not your friend, buddy. Let's see. Did you know Georgie was interviewing Olivia Ambrose on her own?
She couldn't have been. We were together all the time. Except, oh shit, my weekly calls with headquarters.
Sorrel says, I'm not
What
your
does she
buddy,
even wanna ask
pal.
Olivia Ambrose about? Doesn't make sense.
Production, details, ratios, and measurements. Ingredients, I said that all wrong. Production details, ratios and measurements, ingredients, that kind of thing.
Good fucking law. Headquarters would kill me if they knew. Right after they killed her. Hell, being stuck here might have been the only thing keeping me alive.
Could use by perception. Was there something going on between you and Georgie?
No, I mean,
Bow, chicka, wow, wow. I don't know.
sometimes it seemed like there could be when we were servicing the phonographs or sharing a beer, but who'd be interested in some forgotten old bastard like me?
I would charm him. I can see the appeal.
Ha, sure. Nice of you to say. Sorry. Not much in the mood for witty repartee, what with the world-shattering revelations and all. Any other horrible truths you want to reveal to me? Or can I get back to my drinking?
I don't have any more details.
Listen, I appreciate you telling me what happened with those recordings, but I need some time to think. Got a lot to process.
You do that, buddy.
Yeah, I'll just... Yeah. See you around.
All right. Finally done with Gorgon. Okay. Okay. Out of here. This town's full of losers, and I'm pulling out to win. Fenrir says Dinkelman. He skis in his jeans. All right. Hate the bone crunching noise. There we go. Well, that was a short mission. Onward. All right, let's make sure I got the right one. Yes. Onward.
We've arrived in Eridanos.
Fancy. Okay.
Watch out. This place is half sublight thugs and half top rungers on vacation. Both are dangerous.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Okay. Can you fill me in on the details of the murder?
I can try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse wasn't in the best shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
We should ask if they're comping the minibar. This might take a while, if you get me.
Emergency stain and accident disappearing goop capsules are currently low on capacity. Would you like to order a new 5,000 caps carton of goop for this unit?
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
Was she a divisive figure?
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
How'd she get so famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
I thought you worked for Slug, not Rizzo's.
I do. Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that, along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Bags? What bags?
You're making fun, right? Your luggage, your belongings, kits, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Maybe. I like the top one already. I mean, I could get experience for lying, but I like being sarcastic. Maybe you should take that stupid hat off before you criticize my appearance.
Hey, this is a hotel-mandated piece of my uniform, and it's very official. Even if it is a bit stupid.
Yeah, you look like a
Anyhow,
troll.
I'll look for you in the grand
Elf.
ballroom later.
Look like an elf.
Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in.
Fancy place. I hope they're not expecting us to pay.
I can't believe someone so famous as Halcyon
OMG says he does. He really does. Halcyon Helen versus the Brain Eaters. Chapter 12. Murder on dang it. They already said it like 4 times. Eridanos? There we go. So rule says call me an elf one more time.
I wish I'd worn my muddy boots.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of...
Oop, wrong way.
Black Hole Birdie's disappeared, you know.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Let's skip the pleasantries. I'm ready to begin my investigation.
I'm pleased to hear that. Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Use my science. Interesting. I'm guessing this device makes use of deterministic calculus.
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
Sounds like something the OSI teaches.
Oh, goodness, no. I don't care for OSI doctrine. I just enjoy their math.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad scientific mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted the discrepancy amplifier, a handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Iridanos. I have to equip it in a weapon slot. Okay. I'll get rid of this. Okay.
Navigating to requested location. Unit moving to destination.
Okay. Discrepancy amplifier scope to reveal clues not visible to the naked eye. Okay. Fancy.
This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
Use my science skill. I see you've been designed with a modular analytical system. What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition, scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's
Flagrant.
features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Let's get started. Tell me about this discrepancy you found.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
I can taste the dirt. Yeah, let's do it.
Now loading mouthwash protocol. Please open wide, customer.
Discrepancy amplifier. Do the size of these footprints match anything you have on record?
Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Can use my perception. I'm seeing some purple berry in this dirt. Amplifier analysis?
Excellent observation, Inspector. The following compounds have been detected: purpleberry residue, nitrogen-rich fertilizer, common grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards located not far from the Grand Colonio.
So Helen must have been at the orchards before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Okay. Eh,
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
You'd think these people have never seen a corpse before.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
right. You happen to have my room key?
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby
Vacated
and our highly skilled
unexpectedly,
operator
eh?
will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
You've got some high-profile guests here, right? What can you tell me about them?
My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know?
Did you know anything about Halcyon Helen before she died?
You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aether Wave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed.
Did you ever see Helen acting strangely?
Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry. That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism.
Or she had friends with her. I heard Black Hole Birdie was staying here.
Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split.
Sorry, my dog keeps being a nuisance. Helen's co-star, Woolrich, he have any reason to want her dead?
If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only two people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade.
That's enough gossip for right now.
That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you?
I like to let my reputation speak for me.
Then I guess we'll have to see if you find Helen's murderer, won't we? Myself, and all of the staff at the Grand Colonial, will be rooting for you, Inspector.
The Grand Colonial sure is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What does the penthouse have to offer?
Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything special about the upper levels?
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the upmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
No one seems to talk much about the lower levels of the hotel.
Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Rizzo's plant, either.
You can't honestly tell me there's nothing of interest in an entire half of the hotel.
Of interest to your investigation? Well, I suppose there is that one door we're not supposed to open. But I'm sorry, Inspector, I'm not authorized to grant you access to any staff sections of the hotel. You'll have to find a way in on your own.
Mm-mm. That's enough about the hotel.
If you're sure.
Goodbye. Whoop.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
I'd like to visit the VIP guest floor.
Oh, so sorry, but you're not actually authorized to visit that floor.
I figured that. Bring me to the penthouse suite.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Workplace malaise is moral bankruptcy.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
You mean Ruth Bellamy. Halcyon Helen was just a character.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
Any publicity is good publicity.
I wish I had your blithe sense of optimism. Helen's death means delays. Delays mean expenses. Expenses mean audits. Audits mean people like me lose our jobs. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
Use my persuade. I've got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I need access to the orchards.
Your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
So he locks his doors the moment an investigator arrives? That's not suspicious at all.
I agree with the sentiment behind your snide remark. Unfortunately, the Piraeus spaceport is Cedric's purview, not mine. You have a lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. Okay, I can go to the orchards now. Alright, give me 1 second. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Got too many obstacles in my way now. All right. Okay. Alright, so off to the orchards now.
Hi there, Inspector. It might be a little beyond my job description to ask, but at my heart, I'm still a bellhop. Was the suite to your liking?
Okay. I didn't even know they made hotel rooms that large. It was great.
Good. I'm glad. Now, I'd love to bring you to a floor of your choosing.
Okay, the lobby, please.
To the lobby we go.
Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. Onward to the orchards.
That smell. What? Wonder who gets it if you hit it over the edge.
I don't know. Okay. Crap. Man, at least I got ammo for this.
Caution! Nice one! Course detected!
Oh.
Using passive mode.
Purpleberry Nut Hut.
Service needed. Pollen clog in port.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
This. Dang it.
These footprints match the shoes previously analyzed in the Grand Ballroom. There is a 110% chance with a 10% margin of error that they were left by Ruth Bellamy, the actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Examine the footprint depth and spacing. The spacing between each footstep is short and the imprint in the dirt deep, as if determined. It would appear that Helen was in a hurry. The tracks hesitate, partially turning in one spot, as if Helen paused to look behind her. She may have feared she was being followed.
Anything interesting?
Okay. Helen was in a hurry, and she thought she was being followed.
Sam never chases the competition. We're always a step ahead.
Okie dokie.
For a harvest, I do believe.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Dang it. Got us.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
Okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
Congratulations, Inspector. You've discovered more footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen.
I mean, am I supposed to analyze all this stuff, or?
Congratulations, Inspector.
Yeah, she's gonna
You've
keep saying the
discovered
same
more
thing.
footprints belonging to the deceased actress known as Halcyon Helen. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
It ain't stealing if no one sees.
Okay.
Please visit the Purpleberry Nut Hut to purchase an audio tour today.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh, okay. Can see pretty far ahead.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Dang. Is he gonna
Timeline
say that
discrepancy
every
detected
time?
nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay. So I gotta find a way in there. Apparently. Okay.
Did I?
Okay. Can't get in there either. Oh, man. I think I'm trying to shoot him from too far away.
Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
Vermophobia. No.
They're on us.
discrepancy detected nearby.
There we go. This is a key card for the Rizzo's Research and Development District Labs. If you're reading this warning anywhere other than the RR and DD labs, please return it to the labs for an only moderate extreme pay deduction and a mild reduction of working fingers. Cool. Guess I have the key card now, so. Yeah, I don't want any of that.
Hello? I can hear you out there. If you still possess the majority of your mental capacities, please locate the test room. How in the ether did you get in here? You're not a Rizzo's authorized. Oh, void it all. What does it even matter now? What do you want? Speak up and quickly if you will.
Rude. Who are you?
Pardon the blue blazes out of me, but who in the name of the Eternal are you? I'll have you know, I am Dr. Leora Blossom, the head of research and development, and you are standing in my lab, uninvited. Now, perhaps you couldn't tell by the empty lobby and general state of disarray, but this is no time to be playing games.
Something's obviously going on here. You really want to sass me right now?
No, you're right. Listen, I'll be direct with you. You see, I've found myself in a bit of a pickle. Some of my lab techs have turned rather aggressive following a recent experiment gone awry. Hence why I've barricaded myself in the lab.
What goes on in these labs that would turn your researchers against you?
Oh no. They're quite unaware of their actions, I'm afraid. We're a research and development branch of Rizzo's, focused primarily on the Spectrum vodka line. But the specific research that goes on in this facility is utterly confidential. You understand?
Oh, come on. Your secret's safe with me.
Call me a skeptic, but no, I don't believe it would be. Loose lips sink new product ships, you know?
Forget I mentioned it.
Happily, of course.
Didn't see any hostiles on the way here from the entry door. You could have made a run for it.
And lose my life's work? Want me to just burn my lab and my entire future to the ground over one experiment that's gotten rather out of hand? No, I think not. We merely need to clean up the mess, so to speak. Reset the lab back to functional parameters.
Need a cleaner? Call Sam. Our units are the best in the biz.
Love
That
Sam.
can be replaced, you know. Research data? Now that's invaluable.
I can take care of your problem, but I'll need you to answer some questions afterward.
Excellent. You have my gratitude, and soon you'll have my knowledge of Miss Bellamy's recent visit as well. Now, if you'd rather not kill my lab techs during this cleanup, I believe you can dispense a sedative gas from a terminal in the utility room.
All types of defilement must be vaporized with extreme prejudice.
The door to the lower labs is sealed for our safety, so you'll need to take the elevator down. I'll unseal the access hallway for you now. Do take care.
Okay.
It's not worth it, buddy.
Memo. Mind the gas canisters. Hello everyone, this is your friendly custodial staff offering a preemptive apology if the elevator hall is crowded with gas canisters. There are quite a few of them and only one of me, so I'm moving them in loads down to the utility room. Do be cautious. They're filled with a sedative potent enough to put a hungry mama raptidon out cold. Thank you for your understanding. Memo. After work bar meetup. Dear esteemed colleagues, my team and I are all heading to the Grand Colonial's bar this evening for some drinking and fellowship. All real scientists are welcome to join us. You know, the ones that produce quantifiable data and theorems and don't spend their time jabbering over how this lighting on that bottle will increase customer sentiment. Cheers from someone who understands that market researchers aren't real scientists. Memo. Increased protective measures. Team, as we continue our new round of research and product development, I am increasing the required safety gear for lab workers involved. As some of you know, a few recent accidents involving subjects have left workers maimed, scarred, and one worker had their left hand permanently discolored to a shade of lime green. RISR's Research and Development District Labs is expected to continuously produce revolutionary advancements in the food and beverage industry. These measures will help us in further pursuit of that mission. Dr. Blossom. I don't want a Drano. No. Alright. Down we go. Those are the crazy people. Ah, I blew myself up. I'll take the ammo. I don't really care about anything else. Toilet? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, wait. All right. Whoop.
I just want to be your friend!
They say some weird stuff. Oof, messages. From L. Blossom. Subject, what in the architect's blue blazes is going on? What in blessed corporate law is all that commotion down there? I don't believe the rocket fuel combination distillery mixture was scheduled for another week. Could someone please inform me as to what that racket is all about? You better have a damn good reason for interrupting my meeting with the administrator. I expect a full explanation and apology within the next 15 minutes, or people are going to start losing jobs. From Blossom. Subject, stop immediately. I am sending this message to both teams in the marketing and product labs. I do not know the extent of your squabbles, but they end here. If it weren't for the incredible projections Spectrum Brown shows, we'd all be out of work after that embarrassment at the presentation. I expect more from both departments. To Blossom, Marketing Labs. Dr. Blossom, I apologize for our team's outburst at the product presentation. I assure you we didn't intentionally mean to scream in terror and assume the fetal position when Spectrum Brown and its slogan were unveiled. It has to be something the marketing lab did. For law's sake, they aren't even real scientists. To Blossom, Lab Resources. Dr. Blossom, I apologize, but I wouldn't be doing the team justice if I didn't question the budget cuts the lab has seen. We've had to shelve 3 products, and we're losing 2 more researchers? Honestly, whatever's being developed in the lab across the hall better be more addictive than Adrenatime. Well, okay then. I'll take that.
Imagine
One
making
second.
that much of
Let me
the stuff
adjust
and it
them.
still tastes bad.
Take your best shot, asshole.
Okay. Oh, just in time. Real shooting. Oh.
wanted to make you smile. At all. I just wanted to make you smile.
Wow. Guess they all say that. I just wanted to make you smile. All right. Dark matter bar. What?
Oh yeah, that's funny. Did I hear something?
I knew I heard somebody.
Sterling.
RR and DD note. If I may say so, you marketing people are scary. Me and the other engineers are going to want 100 bits extra each to keep quiet about this. Anyway, the beds are hooked up with the equipment you requested. Should work fine sensing when those poor product bastards are in REM sleep. Once they are, the Spectrum Brown slogan plays on repeat at 1/4 of a decibel, with that recording of people being torn apart by canids on a loop in the background. Extreme morbid curiosity bids that I ask how exactly you procured a recording of so realistic a nature. Self-preservation, however, outpaces that. Just pay me so I can destroy my memories of this interaction with ample application of Spectrum. Nobody of consequence. So they did do something to him. Okay. Yeah, I don't want any of that stuff. Raptidon tail, I think. Workbench. Okay. No, I already read all of that. Okay.
Never felt so damn good in my life!
Might I conclude you've found an alternative method of pacification? Please return for consultation at once. And do remember, unauthorized access to confidential Rizzo's information is a capital offense.
Capital offense. Can't believe that's empty. To the department utility, subject cadaver removal. At your earliest convenience, the slug lab requires your sanitation services for cadaver removal. There are 2 bodies at present in the RRDD labs, and one scientist and 1 test subject. Send a team to move the personnel corpse to the incinerator. After this, please send a hazard team to dispose of the test subject. For highly classified reasons, the corpse can emit certain chemical compounds that are extremely dangerous if mishandled. Please don't skimp on the protective gear. We'd hate to have to hire a separate utility team to pick up the bodies of yours. Good day. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm struggling to read stuff tonight. I don't know why. Just tired, I guess. Alright, let's get out of here. Ideally. Dang it! I can go this way. Yep, now I'm back where I started. I'll take that. Elevator, elevator. Saying up, I know I need an elevator. Exit, I see it. There we go.
Just who in the... Oh my law. It's you. Wait. What do you think you're...
We better hurry, Captain.
It's sealed. You better hurry where, Ellie?
Just when we were gonna get some answers.
I got the key card.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Confirmation of discrepancy confirmed. This person is most definitely dead. But recently, they were still alive.
Examine the body. You're sure you heard gunshots earlier, yet this victim's loss of blood is oddly minimal.
These puncture marks. It looks like she was injected with something.
Search the immediate area. Although you distinctly remember hearing gunshots over the intercom, you don't see any bullet casings. Whoever Dr. Blossom confronted over the intercom, they dispatched her and all 4 of these scientists without much resistance. Means they must be well trained, some kind of sharpshooter or adventurer.
Would you like Sam to tidy up this area? Waiting for confirmation command. Confirmation command not received.
Five kills in and out before we could catch a glimpse of the culprit? I'd expect more blood.
There are lots of ways to kill someone without spilling blood. But I guess this isn't the time.
All right. Error file deleted was successfully downloaded to external data cartridge.
Don't they realize this just makes us more curious about that data file?
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Okay. They're gonna say the same thing again.
The organic matter that comprises this lab worker died at a similar time and of similar circumstance as the other corpses already scanned.
Open the case. Oh, I gotta get all the ingredients. And then I'll get to have that gun, I guess. Nope. Nothing of consequence. Oh, this is back where I started.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Body heat readings indicate that the culprit was just here, mere moments earlier in the timeline.
Examine the grate. You gauge that this vent probably isn't supposed to be gaping open, but beyond that, it's difficult to tell if someone used it to enter the lab or to escape from it. Seems daring either way, and fun, if a little scary, like something a character in a serial adventure might do. Examine the fuse box. There's a cut wire in the box. Someone wanted the power cut to something, but you're not quite sure what. Okay. Could hack it. View the recent appointments. Name, Miss Ruth Bellamy. Came for a lab tour. And Administrator Ludovico. Came for a product presentation. Let's see. Nope, I already read all that. I'm not reading it again. Oakley dokley. The plot, it does thicken.
Attention all personnel. Unscheduled pollinization cycle is about to commence. Please evacuate the orchards at this time.
Unscheduled pollinization.
Releasing the mosquitoes for pollinization.
The
Cycle
what?
is now in progress.
You're releasing the what? Wasp mosquitoes?
They're on it.
Aw, man. I'm assuming the killer did that.
Don't mess with us.
Okay.
They got the drop on us.
Yeah, alright. I will kill these two. They don't kill them first. Well then. Oh my goodness. Guess this is where I shut that off. Cannot use while in combat. Oh my god. Dang. They're trying to seriously kill the shit out of me. Dang.
Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Okay. Abort the pollination cycle. Check the recent activity. Last activity recorded exceeds the system's 2-week threshold and has since been purged. Okay. See here. 2H Lawson. Subject. Apology. Hilda. I reread my last message to you, and I feel I owe you the deepest and most heartfelt of apologies. I have been such an entitled boor since I received this promotion. In reality, I should have been thanking you. To oversee the day-to-day coming and going of creatures as majestic as these wasquitos is a great honor. Congratulations on your promotion, by the by. I would have thought I'd be mad, especially considering how central my wasquitos were to your new position. But since that treatment, I've found it difficult to stay mad about much of anything. I hope you enjoy Byzantium. Regards, Morris Chen. Alright, 2H Lawson. Subject, bail me out. Hilda. I'll put it bluntly. This place is one bad key press away from total disaster. Earlier today, I accidentally selected the begin pollination cycle function on this terminal. The cycle just activated. No password protection, no confirmation message, nothing. As it so happened, there was a scheduled tour making its way through the orchards at about that moment. Somehow that idiot groundskeeper's exterminator mechanicals got activated, giving the wasquitos something to sting that wasn't the tour group. Those people barely got away with their lives, and I don't think we'll be so lucky next time. My supervisor has apparently scheduled me for some sort of standard medical treatment, but when I come back I better have a message from you apologizing for not responding to my messages and containing an immediate transfer to somewhere that isn't here. I've had enough. 2H Lawson, subject real funny. Hilda. Generally, when two coworkers get blasted out of their minds on Spectra vodka, and one of them makes a joke about how wild it would be if someone put wasps and mosquitoes together, he doesn't wake up the next day with a promotion and a couple 100,000 rabid insects on his back porch. I can appreciate a good joke as much as the next guy, but I got a message earlier today about making sure I increase quarterly yields, and it wasn't from you. If you wanted to, I don't know, bail me out sooner rather than later, I'd be most obliged. Morris. Okay then. So now I need to go see the administrator again. Can I fast travel? Yes, I can. Let us do that then. OMG says, release the Quacken. Okay. Let's go talk to this dude. If it's brown, drink it down. Quite the motto.
We should try to solve the puzzle.
What floor would you like to visit?
Bring me to the penthouse suite, I guess.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Don't be you, be better. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers.
Hey, Cap. Looks like they finally sent someone to clean up Helen's mess. At least I hope that's what he's here for.
You're like all my peoples.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The imprint left inside this suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Oh, sweet gibbering law. Where'd you come from? Sorry, let me just get back in character. Whoa, 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 it's not what it looks like.
Who are you and what do you want?
I'm the mascot for the Rizzo's Rangers, 3-time non-consecutive all-Halcyon champions. And what I want is to wish you a good day and be on my way. I seem to have wandered into the wrong premises. I have mistaken this penthouse for the Rizzo's Rangers locker room on account of my headgear cutting off my peripheral vision.
Damn it. I'm not going to hurt you. Just relax and tell me what you're up to.
Fair enough. You seem pretty decent. Also, you're guarding the only way out. I am acting on behalf of Mr. Black Hole Birdie, the Holmeister, the Hack Attack. I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Birdie sent me to retrieve a message, something he recorded for Ms. Bellamy while he was off his kilter.
I can lie. You're out of luck. I found it already. It's pretty incriminating.
You found the recording? Oh, well, that's just sweeter than a fistful of purple berry punch. Oh, law, Birdie's gonna slaughter me like a woolly cow. Will you meet me later, over at the pilot house? I swear, from the bottom of my employment contract, I will tell you everything I know about Ms. Bellamy's demise.
Can intimidate. Tell me what you know, or they'll have to rinse your remains out of that mascot outfit.
What? But I can't? Please don't hurt me. I'm sorry. I can't. Not here. I'm sorry. The Pilot House complex. Meet me there, and I'll tell you everything, I swear.
Okay. Messages from Kincannon. Subject: free advice. Miss Bellamy, you're a talented actor. I've enjoyed all your roles across the years. I'm especially fond of your performance in Terror on Monarch. Ludovico doesn't appreciate the serials. Maybe that's why he never knows when he's being played. He still thinks you're here to endorse Spectrum Brown. Your performance has him fooled. I have a feeling I know what you're up to. It's always a little disappointing when the audience is a few steps ahead of the plot. Best, Cedric. From Profitability PO, subject disappointed. Helen. I don't understand why you and I must be enemies. Are we not both branches on the same tree of privilege? You command audiences with your masterly performances on the Aetherwave, and I command the attention of our corporate leaders. We're both culture icons with a responsibility to set a good example. I'm disappointed to discover you've berated my seminars publicly and on official records. I take particular umbrage in your characterization of my most recent seminar, spearheading your project, How to Motivate Your Workforce Using Ancient Weaponry, as a, and I quote, nonsensical vanity project from a dyed-in-the-wool buffoon. These are fighting words. Expect to hear from my personal auditor soon. Sincerely, Profitability P.O. From Administrator Ludovico, subject grateful. Mrs. H. Helen, thank you for choosing the Iridanos Atmospheric Complex as the site of your next publicity and marketing campaign. By endorsing the Spectrum Brown product, you are allying yourself with a revolution in the leisure beverage market. Excuse me. Indeed, in the culture of Halcyon itself. We're going to change the world together. Sincerely, Quentin Ludovico. Guest advisories. Oh no. Yeah. Just more consumables and stuff to sell. Okay.
I understand there was an incident at the orchards. The pollination cycle began without my authorization. Fortunately, you managed to save most of the hive. The wasp-mosquitoes are essential to the orchards, you see. Losing them would have cost us months of production.
Mm-hmm. Of course, losing me would have been worse. Or I can use my perception. And more than a few lives. That doesn't bother you?
The orchards can be a dangerous place, but my workers understand the hazards. Something about this incident troubles me. The circumstances are suspicious. But let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Have you discovered anything?
I said that earlier. The plot thickens, Administrator.
You have my attention.
Dr. Blossom is dead, murdered by an unknown killer.
That's deeply upsetting. Dr. Leora Blossom was an extraordinary scientist and a friend. We have a murderer on the loose, Inspector, as if the death of Halcyon Helen wasn't enough of a blow to our facility.
She was in trouble when I found her. The other workers had turned violent.
Her commitment to her NDA was admirable. I'll make sure to accelerate the payout of her death benefits to her next of kin.
All I know is she recognized the killer.
Interesting. The Rizzo's family is a small family, Inspector. Most of us recognize one another. Still, any information is good information. It troubles me to believe Leora could have been murdered by one of our own. If there's anything else you'd like to share, you have my attention.
Someone stole data from one of your terminals in research and development.
That's troubling, to say the least. Any transfer of proprietary data is strictly prohibited without my permission.
Use my perception and hack. You can't steal that much data without an expensive cartridge. Our thief had resources.
A clever deduction, Inspector. That gives us a little information to work with.
This happened just before the Wasquito attack. I'm having issues saying Wasquito. Wasquito? Someone was trying to stop me.
Yes, I share your suspicions. Someone didn't want you following their trail. This feels like more than corporate espionage. Someone's playing with us, Inspector. And I have never in my life enjoyed games. Did you discover anything else?
I'll let you know if I learn anything else.
This incident at the orchards must be connected to Helen's murder somehow. I don't know how, but I feel it in my marrow.
In my marrow.
My apologies, Inspector. This case is under your jurisdiction, not mine. I leave it in your hands. When you're ready, I suggest a word with the hotel coroner. She should have finished her autopsy by now.
Okay. Hey, why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in my room?
Why was there a suspicious-looking mascot in your room? I'm afraid I don't understand. Is this the lead-up to a joke?
Is there something about my tone that suggests I'm joking?
My apologies. I can tell you're not, as they say in Terra 2, twisting my limb. I don't know why there was a mascot in your room. The Grand Colonial doesn't offer that kind of room service. I
think. You've got a serious security problem in this hotel.
Cedric has a security problem in this hotel. But your point is well taken. In any case, let me apologize for this unfortunate business. I'm sure this mascot meant no harm.
I'll take your word for it.
Was there anything else?
I'll be back. Alrighty-o.
What floor would you like to visit?
I guess I can just leave. Let's go to the lobby
To
then.
the lobby we go.
Sure, to the lobby we go. Yes. Let's do that. Alright. Alright, gotta refill my drink. I'll be right back. Post haste. Okay, all better. Okay.
If you have
Onward to the garden. I guess I should have just picked the option where I could leave. have to run there. Actually, do I have... Okay, I have some ammo for it, but I'm not going to use it yet.
What? Need something!
I'm ready to kill germs. Thanks, Sam. We're floating.
Look here. I could use a new pair of glasses.
Those are all garbage.
Weren't you looking for a new hat?
Indeed. And that looks just
Hey,
like
you.
my old.
Come take a look.
What a fortunate fuck.
No, I don't think I will.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
That was a nice warm-up.
I say, this pocket watch has someone's initials inscribed on it.
Must be an antique.
Getting there. Slowly but surely. I should have never accepted that flaw in the beginning of my game with my broken legs. Now I'm kicking myself for it forever. I'm so slow. Okay. Fenrir says at least you should be close to done. Yes. But I had to play basically the entire game like that, so that sucks.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy detected. Rizzo's company policy clearly states that all proprietary mascots must exhibit signs of physical life.
Medical. Puncture wounds near his collarbone. I'm having trouble finding an exit wound.
Excellent observation, Inspector. Have you deduced a possible cause of death?
Can use my handgun skill. Firearms, not a conventional weapon either.
Unusually small entry wounds indicate exotic weaponry. Closest approximations are 1. Incident involving a game of darts. 2. The Needler.
That's Halcyon Helen's weapon. The
Yes,
Needler.
Inspector. The Needler. Bespoke handgun carried and wielded by Halcyon Helen. Famously deployed by Halcyon Helen in Terror on Monarch. This weapon was responsible for executing the Chief of the Savages, played by Spencer Woolridge.
Amplifier, before we go, do you think he'd miss his outfit?
This unit is incapable of providing ethical advice. This unit is also incapable of answering rhetorical questions.
I'll take his things. It's potential evidence. Yeah. You glance over your shoulder to see if anyone's watching, then reach down and remove the mascot's gear. Mascot noggin. Yeah, I don't want any of that crap. So, what now? I need to be searching for more stuff.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This empty bottle of spirits does not belong to any known corporate brand. Suspicious residue detected.
Ooh, suspicious residue. Use my science. High concentration of ethanol. Someone's brewing moonshine with antiseptics.
Excellent deduction, Inspector. Imbibing of unauthorized beverages is strictly prohibited under Rizzo's company law. Ingredients include antiseptic alcohol, sucrose, and unidentifiable miscellaneous organic material. Closest match. Counterfeit spirits available at the Piraeus spaceport.
Okay. I better be able to fast travel this time. Sweet. Take it. Okay. Can I get there this way? Heck no. Not unless down here is a thing. Ooh, yeah. Let me out. Ugh.
Their mistake.
Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
Peak capacity.
Inspector, good to see you. Let me just grant you access and... Welcome to the Piraeus spaceport.
Thanks, buddy. Oh my gosh. I made it. Archibald Excelsior, Ace Exterminator.
Customer, something smells fishy ahead.
Hey, you! We've been looking for you, and by we, I mean Slug. Been real busy sniffing around Eridanos for clues, haven't you, Inspector? See, Sluglight Underground don't like that much.
Error. Organization Sluglight not found in registry.
Should have kept your nose where it belonged, Inspector. Slug's sick of all your meddling in their affairs. Our affairs, I mean. We're... Draw, you damn breadworm, draw!
I'm an inspector, fella. Sticking my nose where it doesn't belong is my job.
Well, you ain't gonna stick that nose anywhere ever again.
I think that's you, man. Can charm him. You're not really Slug, are you? It's okay. You can tell me.
Woolly piss! Why'd we decide to do this? Hey, any chance we could reschedule? Maybe do this whole showdown business, never?
Get out of here.
You don't need to tell us twice. Come on, all. Let's get the hell out of here.
That's good, because I would have murdered all of y'all. For sure.
Unclean counters, unswept floor, unhygienic vendor. This is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Hey, you. I got something I need to speak with you about.
What do you want?
Need to ask you a few questions, Mr. Holcomb.
Shh, not so loud. How'd you know it was me?
I'm an inspector, and a damn good one.
Yeah, that makes sense. You must be a good one to sniff me out. I'm in no mood to sign autographs, and I hate disappointing fans. So I'm lying low. You know, incompleto.
Incompleto. Incognito.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's kinda neato. Oh, what's it matter? Helen's gone. She's gone and nothing I do will bring her back. I've been trying to find who did this. That's what she would do. Track down the killer and bring them to justice. But I'm stumped. And not very clever. Being bright was always Helen's thing.
Maybe I can help. I was hired to solve Helen's murder.
Oh, so you're the inspector. Hope you have more luck figuring things out than me. You probably want to ask me some questions, huh? I'm sure you're asking everybody questions, so you can find Helen's killer. So, how do I help?
What were you doing the night Helen died?
I was getting blotto with the rest of the Rangers.
What?
You know, soaked, muddled, preserved.
Drunk is the medical term.
The team noticed I was in a bad way when I got back to the hotel. When I told them Helen and I were Splitsville, they wanted to cheer me up. We were up the pole afore evening. The hotel staff said we was bothering the other guests on account of all the crying and yelling and practice body tackling. Zeke said we should move elsewhere, get some air.
Probably a good call. Where'd you go?
We ended up at the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve. I think somebody wanted to pet a woolly cow. There was this one cow off away from the others. Zeke figured it'd be a laugh to get her drunk. One thing led to another, and I think we might have maybe, you know, stolen her.
What'd you steal a cow for?
I don't know. We were drunk, and we made bad choices. She was all alone. I know how that feels now. It's so hard to be all by your lonesome. My memory's a little muddled after that. I
guess me and the team got split up, because I know I was on my own at the pilot house for a time.
Could anyone from the pilot house back that up?
I reckon not. See, I went to the weather station. I was looking for where Helen stashed her data pad for safekeeping, right? She'd asked me to get it, mind. I wasn't stealing. I'm no thief.
And did you find it?
Sure did. Only there was a guard out there who found me. She started yelling about how I was trespassing and in serious trouble. Thing is, it was real dark out there. So dark, she couldn't tell who I was.
What did you do?
Long story short, I got out of there. Ran like the Rangers were down by 3, and I just bronzed the toss ball in the Friday zone.
Did anyone else see you that night? Think hard. Anyone? Anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, no. Nope. No one else.
Birdie, come on, man. Who was it?
I don't want to tell you. I'll get in trouble.
Not having a witness puts you in much bigger trouble.
Look, I talked to Auric, okay? Auric West. Hangs out around the spaceport. He's the one who taught me the breathing exercises I use to calm down.
Oh, boy. Your bookie? Murderous confidant? Secret paramour with whom you're having a torrid affair?
Confidant is like confidence. What's torrid mean?
I knew that last one was a stretch.
You're a real weird gal, you know that? So now you have the whole story. After I talked to Auric, I went back to the hotel. Woke up the next morning with Helen's data pad in my hand and the hangover to end all hangovers. Don't know if I'll ever drink again.
Isn't that a beer you're drinking?
Oh, I mean the hard stuff. Beer doesn't count. Anyway, you ought to take Helen's data pad. Maybe you'll have better luck understanding her notes. Either she was writing in code or I'm dumber than a bag of hammers. I tried for hours to crack her notes, but it's like I said. Being bright was Helen's thing.
Ravenstone says, and speaking of drinking, hi, Liquor. Hey, good to see you. Glad you're here. Cheers. Oh, sorry. You couldn't see that. Cheers. How are ya? See, there's still a gap in your timeline, Birdie. I'm not sure a blackout will cut it.
I know that. But you gotta believe me. I would never hurt Helen, no matter how drunk I was. You could preserve me in Spectrum Brown and I wouldn't even look at her funny. I want to help you find her killer, Inspector. I knew Helen better than anybody. And it'd be handy to have a guy like me around, in case anybody gives you trouble.
Start threatening witnesses, and I'll throw you in jail myself.
I'm not threatening nobody. Gee, you try to help someone out. I'll head back to the Grand Colonial then. Unless you need me for anything else.
Few more questions.
What do you want to know?
Oh, that's a lot. All right, about Helen.
What about her?
What was your relationship with her like?
Look, you and me, we both know I'm a big, dumb tossball star, right? That's what I'm good at. Rizzo's knows it. The fans know it. Helen, she saw me as more than that. She saw someone who had more to offer than big muscles and a signature black hole stomp. Being with Helen was magic. She was magic. There ain't good enough words for something as special as what we had together.
Let's see. Why did you break up?
I wish I knew. Must have been something I did. At the picnic, Helen just kept saying she didn't want to drag me into her world. Maybe one of the higher-ups in motion pictures was giving her trouble over us? I don't know. I tried to understand, but I don't.
Did she have any enemies?
Rival actresses, maybe? I don't know too much about the motion picture industry. Except for Helen's pictures, obviously. Those I probably know by heart. Seen them about 100 times each.
Let's see. Actually, let me ask you something else.
What do you want to know?
Raven says I get on so late. He says, Gertie's Twitch didn't tell me she was. Yeah, well, the last couple nights I've been starting late. I've been trying to get back to my normal time, but I mean, I have been streaming for about 2.5 hours now, so not much earlier, I guess, but earlier, definitely, for sure. I want to try and move my schedule around to where it kind of, I don't know, is earlier, I guess, maybe during the daytime. I don't know. I like streaming at night. It's peaceful. I don't have to worry about any outside interferences at nighttime. So that's mostly why I do it at night. And about the earliest I can start is like 8 p.m. my time for that. Although there will be a month where the house will be basically empty, so I might try and work some earlier streams into there just to see how they work out. Raven says, being old, I try not to stay up, although my body wants to stay up because of the peace and tranquility. Yep, that's me too. Me too. It's always so quiet at night. About Auric West.
Yeah?
What's his deal?
Auric's a businessman. He sells stuff you can't get elsewhere. You know, alternative stuff. We're talking sort of science, crockery, whole supplements.
What's the time difference for you, Raven? It's 11:45 here. You might have told me before, but I don't remember. Sorry. I see. And why would someone buy whole supplements?
Maybe putting effort accelerators in your body isn't always the right call, you know? Maybe there are other options. Maybe I don't take all the accelerators Rizzo's pushes on me.
Raven says, I really need to pop this game back in sometime. It's 12:45 here. Oh, okay, so you're an hour ahead of us, so yeah. I would have started at 10 your time is when I should be starting. I could try and start bumping it up to 8. See how that goes. Let's see. Maybe I should forget that last one so you don't get in trouble with Rizzo's.
Oh, yeah. I'd appreciate that. Yeah?
Yeah, I'm almost done with this game, actually. I have this DLC to finish, which I just started it tonight. I'm hoping I can finish it in 2 or at the most 3 streams, because I already added another game to my rotation that's replacing this one. So until I finish this one, I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games in my rotation, whereas I usually try and have only 4. Raven says, sweet, congrats, Slicker, thank you. I appreciate that. He says, by the way, you can call me Drake. I mean, shit, we're all friends after all. Yes. Yes, that's true. I just have not so great memory sometimes. And your name's right there, so. And also, if your Twitch notifications aren't working, you know, there's always Facebook, too. I don't know. I don't know if that works out for you, but, you know, it's there. I did also, I added my scheduled post for what I'm going to be playing every night for Facebook, and then I also added it on Twitch too, the schedule, because I had another viewer last night asking me when I was going to be playing Returnal again, and I figured I should add that. I don't really like that Twitch makes it an every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday. Like, you can't just set it by day. It's just going to keep being that until you change it. But as long as I remember to change it every week, it should be fine. But yeah, so I have a schedule now in Twitch. At least until I finish this game, and then I'll have to alter it a little bit. Where can I find him?
Warwick hangs around the spaceport most days. Since he's not here at the bar, he's most likely over by the buy-up bunks at the shipping yard.
Oh yeah, Drake, I was going to say, I know we had discussed Overwatch before. You know they introduced crossplay now, right? So Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC can all play together now, officially. So I'm just, you know, just throwing that out there. You know, no biggie. It's all good. Raven says, I hear you. I have a problem retaining memory ever since I was a kid. Had to take a special course at school to help me retain, but it never worked. Yeah, I've had a lot of head injuries in my life, just from either work or life in general. And I have PTSD too, so that all those things combined just make for a really, really bad memory. I leave myself little notes everywhere, you know, make reminders in my phone. I mean, that's kind of the best we can do, you know. Fenrir helps me remember a lot of stuff. But yeah, no. And also, you know, we're not getting any younger either, so the memory, it comes and goes. Raven says, oh, I know they did, but the problem is I heard the Overwatch build for Switch sucks. Yeah, but don't you have an Xbox? I was thinking Xbox. I was in no way recommending you should play it on the Switch. None. Like, the only nice thing about playing it on the Switch is if you have one of the wireless controllers. I'm not talking about the Joy-Cons, like an actual like $30 wireless controller, that it comes with all these extra buttons, which is nice. So you can assign all your different abilities to different buttons, whereas like Xbox and PlayStation only has a certain amount. But yeah, if you have an Xbox, it works on there too. Raven says, when I was a kid, I was born with breathing problems. Almost died, had to be put on a ventilator as a newborn, which opened the floodgate to all sorts of issues. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I was quite like that. I mean, I've had asthma my entire life, and, you know, I'm old enough to where whenever I was younger, they thought it was, oh, no, well, I mean, I have had asthma my whole life, but when I was younger, I used to hyperventilate, and they thought that it was just asthma when actually it was anxiety, like I was having an anxiety attack, so that was crazy. And I know that when I was a baby, I had to have tubes put in my ears, because I had chronic ear infections, and as well, I had, what was it? I had chronic bronchitis. That was another thing. My lungs, I guess that comes with asthma. They're just not that great, my lungs. I'm sure the smoking does not help. Raven says, I do have an Xbox, but it's pretty well screwed. I only use it now to watch Blu-rays. I mean, that sucks. I don't think that Overwatch on the Switch is that bad, other than if you're trying to use the Joy-Cons. If you have a Switch controller, like I have two of them, one of them's Zelda and the other one's Spyro, I think, but they're like $30. You just put some batteries in them and they work great. I think it would be fine on there. But then again, I don't know. I haven't tried to play it on there. I don't know. Let's get out of this conversation with this black hole birdie. Why'd you have the mascot pull that little stunt over the recording in Helen's room?
I remember sending her the recording, but law, I was halfway to
Speaking
preserve
of
by
smoking.
then. I don't know what was on it. When I realized what I'd done, I panicked. If I'd said something dumb, folks might think I was involved in her death. I was scared of looking suspicious.
I found the recording. There's nothing incriminating on it.
You listened to it? What'd I say to Helen? Did I sound drunk?
Raven says, I'll send you pics. I have a Powerade, Super Mario, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Afterglow all wired. Nice. I'll grab mine and show them on stream real quick. Mine aren't wired, though. Mine are wireless. But the wired ones are even cheaper. Wired just doesn't work for me because my console is so far away from where I sit. So, it's not ideal. I can lie and say, no, not at all. It was very sweet.
Thank the architect. I hope she heard it. I don't want the last time she heard my voice to be when I was all angry at the orchards.
I'm smoking, so I turned my camera off. But, let's see here. This is mine. Whoops, there we go. That's my Zelda one. But see, these are nice because they have these extra buttons back here. So if you're playing Overwatch or something, you've got at least 2 extra buttons right here that you can use. I don't think it would be that bad, to be honest. And then here's my Spyro one. But yeah, they're pretty cool. There you go. Raven says around these parts the wired ones are like 30, but the wireless are 50 to 80. Maybe. I don't remember them being that expensive though, to be honest. Maybe they were like 40. I don't know. I got them on Amazon, so I'm not sure. He says that looks like the same Zelda controller I have. It's possible. It was either that one or the Breath of the Wild one that actually had Zelda on it. But I like the green one better. What's it like being a famous tossball player?
Tossball was, is, and always will be the greatest game in the universe. And I would give it up in a heartbeat.
Raven says I was talking retail, not online. I mean, is online not retail anymore? I'm still buying them new, even though I get them off Amazon. I don't know. They work fine. They work great. Haven't had any issues yet.
If your registered SAM unit does not wake after entering...
Hey, pal. Over here. Hey there. You looking to unwind, friend?
That guy doesn't
Maybe
look
on your
creepy
way
at
to the
all.
bar for a good time. Maybe you're interested in something a little better than beer or Adreno? Something with a little more kick?
Yeah, you should think about Overwatch and we can test that theory and see if it truly is terrible. It's okay. I'll defend you. Let's see. Better than beer?
Bold claim, I know. But I wouldn't lie to you, friend. The name's Auric. I deal in, shall we say, holistic pharmaceuticals, natural substances and the like. You know, alternative stuff. I know. Ooh, it came out of the ground. That's where worms live. I get it. I do. Why go for that homegrown shit when you could be pumping your body full of effort accelerators? Says it right on the Active Cleo's box. Better than nature, right? Well, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret, pal. Those pharmaceuticals the corporations manufacture, not all of them are as good for you as the board wants you to believe.
Really?
Alternatives. That's the way to go, pal. Trust me. No matter what ails you, I got what you need.
What kind of alternatives do you sell?
What do I sell? I've got premium shit, my friend. Vitamins like you wouldn't believe. Calcium, vitamin D, reverse vitamin D. I got everything, my friend. You got stress problems? I got stress solutions. Aromatherapy eases the mind. Diluted mantisaur essence. Best kept secret in the business.
It's probably just ground up fast ration pills. Or it's the real thing, which is an incredibly dangerous hallucinogen that tastes disgusting.
And if you're a real freak, techniques to calm yourself by fooling your own mind. If they contain the rage of a certain well-known tossball star, they can help anybody.
Raven says, I meant retail as in being in a store. I made the mistake of wanting a Breath of the Wild controller so bad I went online looking and bought a used one for $10 too much. Naturally, my Walmart got the same controller, and a month later, $10 less and new. Yeah, that's about how it works out, isn't it? I don't know, we buy most of our stuff on Amazon to the point to where I have an Amazon credit card. I get 5% cash back. Whoop whoop. Which isn't anything unless you're buying hundreds of dollars of stuff at one time. But I digress. Yeah, when we first started looking for wireless controllers that aren't the Joy-Cons, because those Joy-Cons, from what I read pretty early on, they wear out pretty quick. And so I wanted to get some other controllers also for, you know, multiplayer. But yeah, we just went on Amazon, snatched up a couple of them. They do pretty good. I like them. I'd like to ask you some questions about Bertie Holcomb.
Wait, you ain't a sheriff, right? You gotta tell me if you're a sheriff.
Raven says, I like eBay only because on there you know where your stuff is coming from before you buy it, and also for the buyer protection. Well, that's true. But at the same time, Amazon does that too. You can filter what you're looking to buy from where it comes from. Like if you don't want something from China, which some of the stuff from China is okay, but for the most part, it's not. And secondly, it always takes over a month to get to you. Always. But yeah, you can filter that stuff out. And they have the buyer protection as well. They'll give you your money back. Always. Amazon will give you your money back if the seller doesn't, and then they'll go after the seller. But I like eBay too. I've used them for some things that I couldn't find on Amazon for sure. Raven says, yeah, you've convinced me. I'm putting Overwatch back on my list for sure. I'll send you a clip after I get done streaming, which should be in like 20 minutes. Of the other night from Overwatch. Alright. Hold on. Let me use the bathroom. Oh my god. Sorry. 1 second. Oh, there. Alright. I'm a freelance inspector brought in to investigate the death of Halcyon Helen. Raven says also I have Dead by Daylight if you're interested in cross-platform. I don't know that game, I don't think. But I might have to look into it if it's got crossplay for sure. Totally down. Let's see. I'm not here to bring you any trouble. I just want to talk. Heard you taught Birdie some breathing techniques. Oh, no. Was Birdie with you the night Halcyon Helen was killed? Oh, crap. I forgot to put the thing back on. Whoops. Oopsies. That's what happens late at night. Raven says it's a great game. You can be a killer or a survivor. The point, if you're a survivor, is to survive and get out of there. If you're the killer, you must kill all the survivors to win. Interesting. I don't know which one I'd be. If those are my only two options, I don't think I'd be very good at either. Odazio says hello. Hey, good to see you, Odazio. I was going to tell you I was waiting for you to join and say hey, because I was going to tell you that you were telling me last night about your boyfriend asking about Returnal, and I updated my dang, I'm having a brain fart. My stream schedule on Twitch. I added a stream schedule on Twitch. I know last night I mentioned following Facebook because I post what I'm going to be streaming each night on there, but I did also add it onto Twitch. So you should be able to check that and see. I'm going to try and update it weekly. Yes, Odazio says schedule. Yes. Yes, schedule. I did. I updated the schedule. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Raven says they've brought many killers and survivors to the game. Ghostface, Freddy Krueger, Pyramid Head, and more. That sounds pretty sweet. Is Pyramid Head the guy from Silent Hill? Right? He had a pyramid head and a giant sword. Is that right? And they're currently doing a Resident Evil collab. Ham. Sounds like we're talking Dead by Daylight. Raven says, yep, from Silent Hill. Yes. Welcome, Ham. Good to see you. Yes, we're talking about a great many things. Maybe one of these times, if I can figure out everybody's schedule, I should just have like a talking stream. Raven says Nemesis is the new killer. Nice. I want to shoot that dude in the face. Isn't he's that one guy that used to be a good guy and they turned him into a bad guy. I forget his name. Alright. Heard you taught Birdie some breathing techniques.
Yeah, that was me. Birdie's got a temper, but he's not a bad kid, you know? He's trying to work on it.
Raven says new survivors are Claire Redfield, Leon Kennedy, and Jill Valentine. Nice. Ham says such a gentleman. Yes, Finney is a gentleman.
You may or may not buy
Through
alternatives
and
from me
through.
from time to time. A little diluted mantis or essence here, a little vitamin B negative there.
What for?
He's stressed out of his mind, the poor guy. Everyone knows his name. Can't turn around without having to sign an autograph. Then you throw in playing tossball for a living. Violence like that, it does things to a body. It does things to the head.
All right. Let's see. What do you mean toss ball? Does things to the head.
Come on. Birdie's a damn good hacker, but taking that many blows to the noggin would scramble anyone's upstairs business. I know it's knocked a few of his memories loose. I worry about him, that's all. He's a good kid. Got a good heart.
That's all for now. Alright, I'm out of there. I gotta move along in this DLC or this game is never gonna end.
Alarming levels of slime and grime are being stored in these non-regulation containers. Recommended solution? Incinerate the entire lot.
Yeah, Ham, we got on the subject of it because I was telling Raven that he should look into Overwatch now that it's cross-platform. Odazio says it's a new trend of games. A lot of people are playing it. Is it like randoms, or, I mean, I guess you get the option to either play with a group or to play with randoms. Raven says, I just got it on the Switch like a week ago, but I've played it on Xbox and I liked it for what it was. Would have been better with a group of friends instead of sweaty randoms. That's fair. That's fair.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Punch. You want to
Baron, where did he go? He just disappeared.
Flawlessly finished.
Flawlessly finished. Ham says could always use more Overwatchers. Yes. This is true.
And I bet you believed Halcyon Helen's death.
Oh, I could have fast traveled? Son of a bitch! Would it be funny if I, like, got all of us together and streamed Among Us sometime? Although, if you guys are playing it, then nobody'd be watching. Oh, man. Ham says, just like Friday the 13th, playing online was kind of ass. Playing with friends was way more fun. Well, in my opinion, playing with friends is always more fun. I walked right by the elevator. Good for me. Penthouse.
The finest seat in the house.
Oh boy. Yeah, let's talk to this guy.
Inspector?
Inspector? I managed to track down Black Hole Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Birdie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Birdie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Birdie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Go easy on him. He just lost the love of his life.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Birdie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly.
Wasn't done smoking.
He was always on his best behavior around her.
Whoops.
Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Birdie to his core. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
By the way, Bertie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Bertie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Bertie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation. I don't trust Cedric when he's comfortable.
I'll be back.
What floor would you like to visit?
Halcyon Helen dead. I vaguely remember Friday the 13th. Like, I remember seeing it, but I don't think I played much of it. Can I fast travel? Yes. Give it to me. There we go. All right. Oh, shit. Ah. Really? That's as close as you're gonna give me. Well, that's ass. Ugh. Dang it, I forgot I can't go that way. Okay. All right. Titus, Androidicus. Blood and revenge are hammering in his head.
This unit has located the origin of all filth in this area, targeting upper levels of the Harbor Master's building for extreme sanitation.
Well now, this is unexpected. I'm torn. I despise rudeness toward Eileen, who is entirely invaluable to Slug, and yet I do enjoy this bold, dare I say brash, approach you're taking. Now then, Here for my alibi, I assume.
Later. First, I want an explanation for that nonsense outside.
Another murder? Drunk Raptidons? Black Hole Birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street? Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing.
I had a run-in with some slug agents.
Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself.
How did thugs get their hands on slug gear?
Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug gear and send them after you?
Clearly, whoever's behind this wants to pit me against Slug.
Right again, Inspector. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you?
The main guy. Dang, I can't remember his name. The one I have to go keep checking in with, the administrator. Yeah, Ludovico. Presumably, Ludovico, more than anyone, given your work relationship. Or, gosh, could it possibly be the administrator?
You said it, not me. So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. Still, I am sorry for the trouble, Inspector. With that settled, I assume you'll want to know where I was the night of Helen's murder.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. That night, I was... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
And where would I find Elliot Nasser to verify that?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure what happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me, regardless of what I told you. People lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
So your alibi is that you were busy murdering someone else.
Which, as I said, you should not trust. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive. Why in the name of the architect would I kill Halcyon Helen? She was making me a fortune.
So Helen's death is a net loss for Slug.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's nothing compared to what Helen would have made us in the long run. I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I've a mystery of my own to solve, I'm afraid.
Anything I should look into?
You may very well want to. This particular trouble strikes me as not unrelated to your investigation. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began a week before Helen's unfortunate death, and there have been more instances since. Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and cargo going missing. This is the latter.
What's the connection to Helen's murder?
I'm not sure. I'm only confident there is one. That the thefts began mere days before Helen's untimely demise is an extraordinary coincidence. I'm not a man who believes in happenstance, Inspector. I do not trust it.
Really? Dumb luck's done a lot for me.
Has it? I wonder, how much of your luck has been luck, and how much are you downplaying as chance? Regardless, this will be fun. You out in the field, chasing down leads, me scheming in my office, preparing to unspeakably mangle the perpetrator.
I'll say this once. Whoever's behind this is going to jail, not to you.
You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? But certainly, whatever you say. You'll want to speak with Ella Tinsley, the warehouse foreman. I've cleared her as a suspect myself, but should she refuse to cooperate, shoot her. No, I'm joking. If she won't cooperate, tell me and I will shoot her. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Don't hold back on my account.
Before I get
Was there
started,
something else you wanted to discuss?
why does Ludovico hate you so much anyway?
The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have refused.
And now he regrets doing business with you?
An excellent deduction, Inspector. Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted Sublight to construct the Eridanos atmospheric complex. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he shouldn't have skimmed the revised contract I sent him. Lou's an administrator, for law's sake. I thought he would adore all the fine print I added.
That can't be it, can it?
My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with what should have been, has made sure to water it daily with his bitterness and anger.
Nurturing a grudge is an ugly thing. You should make peace with him.
Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable proof we are a respectable, legitimate business.
Why do you care so much what the board thinks?
Because one day soon, Sublight will obtain a seat on it. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused on old Slice, which can be a nuisance. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late, convinced we're involved in less than legal business opportunities.
Which, of course, you are.
I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye.
I have more questions about Helen.
Very well.
Did you have many dealings with Helen?
A few. Helen was strangely curious about the private business operations around Eridanos. She said it was role research, but how much business know-how does one actor truly need for an action picture? I also arranged to have Helen supplied with mag picks, bypass shunts, and other hacking tools. She wanted to buy in bulk.
Why did you help her?
Because she paid me to, Inspector. Besides, Helen was enjoyable company. She was confident, resourceful, determined, not unlike you, now that I consider it.
If you didn't kill her, any idea who would want her dead?
That is the question, isn't it, Inspector? Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere crime of passion? Or one of petty career jealousy?
Clearly you don't.
This murder is bigger than Miss Helen's personal life. Bigger than her latest moving picture.
Dang it. I don't have a high enough intelligence. I'm listening.
Her actions in the time leading up to her death do not align with those of an actor on Eridanos solely to promote Spectrum Brown. Stay sharp, Inspector. Now is not the time to lose focus. Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come forward so easily.
You know more than you're telling me.
I might. I just might. Your point, Inspector?
You're getting away with less than you think.
Now that is interesting. I suppose we'll see, won't we? Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see you still around for the grand finale, whenever it comes, whatever shape it takes.
That's all I wanted to know.
One moment, if you please, Inspector. I've answered your questions. I believe it's my turn to ask you a question now. What, or who, made you decide to investigate me?
It was, well, let's say you're one of Eridanos' major players. It only makes sense.
Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this, whether he wishes to be or not. Now then, did you need anything else?
Raven says, don't answer his questions. He don't deserve it. Oh, man. Ah! Freaking Ellie! Get out of my way, lady.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Okay. There we go.
This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages than a standard copy. The missing pages were likely removed to create sufficient space for the hidden listening device inside.
Can use my engineering short-range transmission capabilities. The receiver must be somewhere nearby.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device in order to trace the transmission and reveal the receiver's location.
Speak into the bug. Moo.
Poor woolly cow impression transmitted. Transmission analysis complete.
That's
While the precise
hurtful.
location of the receiver could not
Discrepancy
be
amplifier.
pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate range.
Raven says, "You're Inspector Liquor. You're the one asking questions around here." I know. I feel like Sherlock Holmes. They really set this up to kind of be like the Sherlock Holmes games, even. To where everybody calls you Inspector, and the way that the answer options they give you of how to respond and to look for more clues, like they really remind me of the Sherlock Holmes games. How long has this been here?
Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a minor accumulation of dust particles present on the book's uppermost surface.
Examine the surrounding area.
The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses a dust coating comprised of at least twice the number of particles.
It's not very dusty then. Must have been placed fairly recently.
That is highly likely, Inspector.
What? I don't get to do the other one? Alright, whatever.
What's that you found? No,
None of your
wait.
business.
Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
I will tell you nothing. Receiver or the foreman? Hold on, let me look. Oh, I'm gonna have to do both either way. It's 55, 64. We'll go here.
If I were the killer, I'd hide the body in one of those crates.
Raven says, nothing to see here. Move along, move along. Exactly. Alright. I'm going to finish this one particular quest that I'm on currently. Then I'm going to get off. Or end the stream, I should say.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Oh, wait half a second. You're the inspector. Sorry about that. I'll buzz you right in.
Raven says, nope, you gotta stay on all night. Just kidding.
Feel free to have a look around, ma'am.
Yeah, I know. It's hard for me to cut out, especially when there's a good conversation going. I feel kind of bad, but that's okay. Eventually, one of these days, I will get my timing right for when I stream to where most of y'all can be on comfortably without it being super late, because I know it's late for Hodazio too. And I mean, Ham always keeps a super weird sleep schedule, so we're not really worried about you, Ham. But yeah, I understand me being on late.
Wonder how many of these boxes fell off the back of the loader.
Okay, so up top, let's go. Ham says, as you shouldn't, butthead. Yeah, well. Raven says, it happens. I tell people all the time, your life needs to come first before streaming. That includes this thing called sleep. Well, the funny thing is that even after I get off of streaming, I'm not going to sleep. I have insomnia. Sleep is not a thing that happens right after I stream. I mean, even regardless, I gotta put my videos into their respective folders, and then I usually like to play a different game to wind down. It's usually Overwatch. Sometimes I play some ESO, but it's usually Overwatch. Just because I like to wreck fools. That's what puts me to sleep. Wrecking fools. Okay, but, oh, it was that guy. God, I was right next to that girl. It was this person.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd
Raven
be
says,
by
what
about
is
the
sleep,
cargo
right?
that's been going
Exactly.
missing. Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a suspect?
Definitely. I've had to take down a few perps. Yeah.
Perps? Just like a real inspector. Right, so the missing cargo. How can I help your investigation?
What's the culprit been stealing?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make sense. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the spectrum black?
Cyril says sleep
Who'd
is
be
for the weak.
desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer's Choice Saber, full stop.
Ham says shooting shit and not dying is a very important mandatory step. Raven, as she says in a scared tone, you're the inspector, aren't you? All right. Sounds like our perp's not fencing the stolen goods.
Yeah, probably not. No one's dumb enough to think Spacer's Choice Sabers are worth half a damn. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. I can't decide which one's sadder.
They're still in pens. Me stapler. So our perp is... I feel like this is like a Horatio moment where he puts on the sunglasses. So our perp is desperately low on ink.
That's probably not their motive. No.
Ham says, bitch better not steal my fence. Who has access to the cargo?
Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is going missing before the shipments even get to the warehouse. Best I can figure, it's probably getting lost in the shipping yard. As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. He told me it's mainly just the loading automechs that handle cargo.
Raven says, pens and soda? Oh my god, it's a crime spree. It is. It is. It's truly devious. Truly. Could Benton have anything to do with it?
Nah, Benton's too lazy for crime. The extra work would kill him. Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't help because he was dead.
Hard to argue with that. Or is he dead? Say, is he dead?
Brain dead, maybe. But no. My point is that if you think the automechs are a lead, you'll have to check on them yourself. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined.
Ham says, not the pens and soda.
Oh, before I forget, I figured you might want to access my terminal, so I had a spare keycard made. It's all yours.
Anything on there I should know about?
Oh no. I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah. I do have a list of cargo that's gone missing, though, if that helps any.
Raven says, like, seriously, who steals that as a combo? Like, what do you do? Drink the soda if maybe you're weak against caffeine and then draw on yourself and everything else? The audacity. The sheer audacity. There's like a Facebook tag group that always reminds me of. I can't remember what exactly it's called, but it's something about if white people have anything, it's the sheer audacity or something like that. I don't know. Just makes me chuckle. Which reminds me, Hammy, did you download ESO? Is it done? Did you do the thing? I mean, it's cool if you didn't, but you'd be a lot cooler if you did. Raven says, in the words of Lemon Grab from Adventure Time, unacceptable! Truly, truly unacceptable. It's okay.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Analyze.
Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office. It's somewhat grime-covered.
Grime-covered? Next to a toilet? Who would have guessed? Any clues as to who put it here?
Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, this unit is unable to determine who placed the device.
Ew! How long has it been on the ground?
Based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, the receiver has been present since approximately a week before Helen's death.
Alright, take the receiver.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Hostility detected.
Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger.
Define standard defensive protocol.
For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanicals, defensive protocol is triggered by attempted interference with cargo, or its transportation, or attempted destruction of the unit. Once triggered, defensive protocol targets the perpetrator and applies lethal force until the target has been deceased for a minimum of 3 minutes.
Identify the new trigger.
There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical be removed.
Scan for signs of unusual behavior. Oh. Ham says the clerk at Office Depot was accosted last night just before closing time. When asked what was stolen, he said, the suspect demanded a Coca-Cola and the largest package of gel pens we carried.
Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently reported as out of position or missing for periods of time.
Raven says he has a question for me. I was just waiting for the question before I read it out. Let's have a look inside this automac.
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational at 99% power. Please designate the cargo to be transported and its destination. How can this automechanical assist you?
Raven says, is that a scanner in your pocket, or are you just happy to see the Outer Worlds NPCs? Both.
Certainly.
Hi, I'm here to look at your data logs.
Is now unlocked.
View the most recently added data log.
Ejecting data log 17.
Oh crap, I should have done the other one.
Failsafe
Crap!
protocol triggered. Kill mode initiated. Preparing to end user.
Wait. I have questions.
Understood. This unit is programmed to facilitate user queries. Kill mode pause. User termination to follow.
What's on the data log you just ejected?
The ejected data log contains instructions to move cargo shipment 6, 8, 7, 5 outside the boundaries of the shipping yard. It also contains instructions to move randomized cargo shipments outside the boundaries of the shipping yard at intervals of 1 to 4 days.
Raven says, slot A goes into slot B. Liquor, come on, jeez. And Ham says, no, I haven't started ESO yet. I'll make sure to do it before I crash tonight. Yes, please do. Fenny will be really happy. What was in shipment 6875?
Apologies. This unit does not have access to cargo inventory lists.
Alright, go ahead and pummel me.
Kill mode, re-engage.
Have a nice day.
A nice day.
Dang it! Oh. Ah! Ah! Oh my god! Stupid! Oh my god! Hold up, buddy. Hold up. He only cares about me. Situational awareness. For the win. Woo, he had $282 on him. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright. What do we got? I'm pretty close to him, so let's just take care of it. Ham says he's still got to do the install, but he said he was going to do it like 2 days ago. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Nah, it's okay. Still pretty low level in it. We're trying to make crafting tables in the house, which you can only do your crafting. They're like daily tasks, and you can only do them once every 24 hours. So they're going to take a while regardless. What the deuce? Oh, I walked right by him. If it had been a snake, it would have bit me.
Inspector, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Raven says, can you guys see my comments? I can. I was reading them out. Did I miss some? Did I miss one? Do I need to go back? I don't think I missed any. Did I miss it? Did I miss something? Raven says, apparently I've been a bad boy. What? Oh, did it take some out? Oh, my bad. I mean, Fen could have seen that. I didn't. My bad. Yeah, it was, Ham says Automod. Yeah, it was Automod. Sorry. I just allowed him, so you should be good now. Fen or Ham, y'all are both mods. Turn on your mod view on the channel. If it's something dumb, let it go. I didn't even know until Raven said something. Well, I added it to allowed, I think. So, it should be okay. Yeah, Finn and Ham, if you, like, click the little sword, it'll show you the Automod queue. I guess I could probably turn that off. I don't know. I just didn't want any, like, racist crap in there and stuff. I thought it'd be a good thing to, you know, make everybody's lives easier. Finn says it's not working for me. It should be. Maybe turn it sideways. I've solved your cargo skimming issue.
Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me, what happened?
You've got a serious security problem.
What makes you say that?
Use my engineering. Somebody bypassed the loading mech security system and rewired them to skim random goods.
Damn, you're good. Hacking the Automex. So that was our skimmer's game. But why? Everything that was stolen has seemed random. I certainly see no pattern.
It was the pens! The theft was random, except for a single shipment.
So, our culprit had something specific they wished to acquire and used the random theft as a smokescreen. I must say, Inspector, you've done excellent work on this case. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be, or indeed, that Slug would soon possess it.
Raven says, well, I'm glad it's just mods on here. Yeah. I'm a small channel. Ham says maybe it doesn't work on mobile. Maybe, or I'm assuming, or I'm hopeful that maybe we just don't know how to do it, because it would seem silly that you couldn't moderate at all from mobile, but I don't know Twitch extensively, so I could be wrong on that. Raven says, I thought Twitch themselves grabbed it up. I'm like, oh man, the channel getting a strike or something? No, I don't think so. Fenrir says that might be the case for mobile. Well, I mean, I can have mine up, I guess. I probably should. Probably. Okay, let's see. I can sneak for 45. Check your pocket.
Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again.
Well, my bad.
Am I right to
Yeah,
think
definitely
what
let me
you
know.
found in
I
my
didn't know.
office
I might
earlier
adjust the
was the other
settings on
half
that.
of this listening device?
My dog is playing footsie with me. Sure was, and whoever this device belongs to, that's our culprit.
Not quite, Inspector. That listening device belongs to me. I lent it to Halcyon Helen to assist her with role research.
Helen can't be behind the thefts. She's dead.
Yes, I do realize that. Thank you. You'll recall the thefts began in the week leading up to her death. Plenty of time to hack an automechanical and program it to steal. She must have died before she could turn it off. Unbelievable. I helped her. Gave her whatever she needed. I thought we were doing each other a good turn.
I doubt it was personal.
This is a betrayal, Inspector. I do not take betrayal lightly. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead. And that some other bastard beat me to putting her in the ground.
Okay. It seems we found your motive, Cedric.
Yes, I suppose we have. There is, however, a slight chronological incongruency to it. I now have a motive to kill Halcyon Helen, but Halcyon Helen is already dead. If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Alas, I did not.
Raven says, I was gonna say he's the suspect. Yeah, seems like it. Or maybe you did know, and this is all a show for my benefit.
Oh, that is good, Inspector. Now you are thinking in the manner you must if you intend to get to the bottom of this mess. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen's murderer. I'm confident of that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve shooting quite a lot of guns.
Sweet. All right. Cool. I'm gonna call it A because it's late, and I would like some time to unwind afterwards, and B, I have to pee, and not that that's probably TMI, but I don't want to have to leave and come back again, so I might as well just do it where I'm at. So it was a good stream. We took care of quite a bit. I would like to say that we're halfway through this DLC, but at the same time, I really have no way of knowing that. The last DLC took a lot longer, but then again, I was stopping to read everything. And I know it's not great that I'm not doing that on this one, but like I said, I've already added the next game to my rotation for when this one ends, so I'm just doing kind of the important stuff to finish this one. And yeah, it should be good. We did a lot of things. We've still got a few other missions and stuff to do, but nothing too serious. And then of course, once this DLC is done, I'm already at the last mission on the vanilla game, so that'll be good. So Rule says very good stream, thank you. And Raven says nice stream, thank you as well. And Fenrir wishes everyone a good night. Thank you, Fen. Raven says it was good seeing us again. Thank you. And so yeah, tomorrow is Scarlet Nexus, which is fun. This will be my second time. Tomorrow will be my second time playing it. It was a lot of fun last time. I assume it'll be a lot of fun tomorrow as well. Yeah, it was good. It's good stuff. OMG says waiting to see more. Yes, me too. It's a good game. I'm excited for it. Very fast pace. I remember it left my hand. My hand's hurting just because of how intense the game is. Dante says night, everybody. Good night, Dante. Thank you for joining us. As always, I want to thank everybody that came out. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are awesome. If y'all weren't here, I would just be streaming to myself. So thank you. I appreciate you being here and adding to the conversation so much. It's awesome. And so yeah, it'll be fun doing Scarlet Nexus tomorrow. Odazio says good night. Thank you so much. Or well, I got that confused. Sarul says you're awesome. Thank you so much. Hodazio says good night. Good night, Hodazio. Thank you for coming, as always. So, yeah. Hopefully I will see you guys on the next one. Of course, my Facebook page has daily updates on what I'm playing that night, and Twitch has my stream schedule as well. So, you know, wherever that works for y'all, utilize it if you'd like to, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time, tomorrow night. Later.